Hello everyone, and this is another video, and we're basically continuing with the week 7 assignments. I've showed you assignment 7-1 in the previous 2 videos, and now we're going to move on to assignment 7-2. We have most of the, fundamentals, or most of the files in place already for us. So again, the very first thing we'd like to do is we want to modify the layout file to give us a link so that we can add a product. Again, let's do a copy and paste. Let's see, copy and paste. And now we're going to be adding products. And this is going to be product add. And that's it for this page. Then, just like we did in 7-1, I need to modify the MVCs. So for models, again, I had customer add results. I'm going to do the same thing product. So I'm going to right click in the add folder, go to add, and existing item, because again, the code is there. It's going to be provided for you guys. I have it saved under the 7-2 folder. Again, you set it up as you wish. I'm going to choose all that. Okay, so now I have a product add and product add results. That's my M part in MVC. Now let's go to the V part. Again, under views, I have an add subfolder. I have a customer add. Now I want to do the same thing for a product add. So again, right click, add, existing item, and I'm going to navigate to where my file is. So it's under views, under add, here's product add. Okay. And last but not least, I need to modify my add controller. Again, this is what I just finished talking about in 7-1 is I added this code. Now, I don't want to add a file and erase what I had before. I want to modify it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this file, add controllers. There are many things you can do. You can actually click and drag on it all the way into your Visual Studio and then just drop it there. Actually, let's see if it's going to do it or not. Okay, let me see if I can just minimize it a bit. Take this file and drag. Try it again. Look in the file. There we go. See how it has a plus sign under the arrow? That means it's going to add it here. All right, so this is code for the updated add controllers page. Okay, and this is the one that's in the project. So in the add controller page, if I scroll down, so far it's custom manager, product manager. Yep, that's okay. So the product manager section is what I'm after. So basically it starts from here, product manager, okay? And up here was the customer manager code that we added in 7.1. Okay, it's all customer manager. Now I want to do a product manager because I'm adding a product. So just what I'm asking you to do is open up that file and basically just copy from product manager. Not all the way to the very last line because there's some extra stuff that we don't need, but up until the this squiggly bracket. All right, so leave 2 squiggly brackets and copy from this squiggly bracket all the way up to the beginning of product manager, which is here. Okay, so click OK. Now go to your add. Again, just don't confuse things. This add controller is what I'm going to be supplying you to use, but this add controller file is the file that's used in your project. Okay, so just again, don't confuse things. So go back to my add controller, scroll down to where customer manager finishes, which is again after the second or the third from the bottom squiggly bracket. Just do some enter, make up some new lines, and then just Control V to paste. All right. So okay, so let me just close this add control out. I don't need that anymore. So now, technically, I should have added whatever needs to be added is added. I'm gonna run it in debug mode, which is gonna build it first, and if everything is fine, it's not gonna yell at me. And gonna compile, build, then it's gonna run it for me in my web browser. All right. So it's compiling, it's building, and now it's going to run. Again, my computer is slow. Okay, let's log in as admin. Admin. All right, so in the last few videos, we added the customers. Now we want to add products, so it shows up here. So if I click Add Product, okay, I get another web form, just like we did with customers. And there are a lot of fields in here that we need to fill. And there should be also some validation rules. Okay, some cannot be blank, some have to be numbers, so on and so on. So let's go ahead and fill out this form. Full product name. Again, you can see that I've been testing with this thing before. Let's call it IT665. What do I want to call it? Picture frame. All right, product number. Let's give it IT665 X2378. Okay, I'm just making up some stuff. Do we make the product? Let's choose we purchased it. Is this product? Is this a finished product? This is a finished product and saleable. Let's leave safety stock level open. Render point. If you don't know what render point is, type test, for example, see what happens. Standard cost, let's say it's $25. Days to manufacture, it takes 60 days. And the list price, let's make it $60. And let's submit, see what happens. Okay, I get the red form, or the red values means something is failing. So we scroll down, there we go. So 2 failures. The safety stock level is required, so you have to enter that in. 55, again, making up numbers. The reorder point must be numeric. So again, this is another field validation that it's a numeric field, but I entered in letters. So it's again another check to have. So let's just enter in any number. Are there any more errors I need to fix? No. So let's click on submit, and if everything goes well, it should submit it, and it should display the new product at the very bottom of the page. So let's click submit. And since no red screen anymore, I should see my product down here. So again, in my product search results, I did product ad results. I did specify I just want to see the name and the product number. I didn't want to see the whole slew of columns in the product table. So if we go into my database and go to product table and product, or production.product, and if you expand it and go to columns, you're going to see that there's so many columns here. Now, I didn't have to fill a lot of them because some are not null, meaning that they have to be included, but some are null, like the color. Again, it's not required that I specify color. Product line, class, style. So all these things, all these columns are nullable. All right, so I did not have to collect them. The ones that have not null, they are required, so I have to show them. So let's again do similar to what we did with the business entity and the person. Let's look up production product. And to see the very last one that I added, I could search by product number, I could search by product name, I can search by the last one that's just added. So I'm going to do order by, what is it called? Okay, modified date. Okay, so I'm going to order by modified date. There we go. And I'm going to do descending order. As you can see here, there's some stuff dating back all the way to 2008. But if I order by the modified date in descending order, it's going to give me the latest one and at the very top and then beyond. So I'm going to do F5 to run my query. And there it goes. My product that I just added, IT665 picture frame. Here's a product number. It's a finished good. It's flagged with a 1. And all the information that I filled is there. The nullables, they show up as null because, again, they're not required. And that's just an indication that my insert statement is correct. So let's look at the insert statement. I'm going to stop my debugger. Let's maximize the window. Close this. So in the add controller, again, I have this insert statement. So first statement is I'm going to insert into the production of product table, and these are the column names. There's name, product number, mark flag, finished goods, so on and so on and so on. So I'm listing all the column names first, followed by now the word values. So I need to give values to each of the columns that I just highlighted. So I'm going to give it all these values. And again, any value that starts with an @ sign means it's a parameter and it's being captured in the code just below. So I'm adding all these values. Again, if you remember from the last video, the get date, the new ID, these are built-in functions in SQL. Get date gives us the current date and timestamp. New ID gives us a hexadecimal value, a unique value. All right, so once we insert it, there is no constraints that I have to insert into another table. So with a product table, you just smack insert right into it, and that's it. And then I have another SQL statement, and that one is going backwards here. Oops, there we go. It's just a select statement for the very first product in our product table. Why would we do that? Because once I add the table, once I add the product, I display it right away in the bottom of the page like we did. So this is a select statement that says, please show me or grab for me the very first product that I just added. And it's just added because I am saying order it in descending order by the product ID. I can order by product ID, or I can also order it by the date and timestamp. But product ID is because it's sequential. So I get the highest number, it gets incremented. So I can show you this quickly. Product ID, right click, go to properties. There we go. So you can see here that in the property of this field, there's an identity increment, and it gets increased by 1. So every time I add a new product, that field gets automatically incremented for us by 1. So I don't have to specify what the product ID is. It automatically gets added. So if there was, my last product was product ID 2000, and now I add a new product, that new product is going to be 2001 because it's being incremented by 1. All right, so again, this is the 7-2. It's much quicker than the 7-1 because it's very, very similar. And again, the code is provided for you. So I just need you to use that code, make it run, test it, and then submit it to the class submission area so I can review it and read it for you. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at all. Thanks again, and take care.